You realize that respect encompasses much more than mere surface formality. It's the fundamental basis of all human relationships. However, it's possible that your understanding of respect is completely mistaken. This film aims to expose a significant misunderstanding about human relationships and demonstrate how a lack of respect can not only damage your relationships, but also your health and overall well-being. Join us to discover the profound insight that has the potential to change your approach to interacting with the world. Learn effective strategies to safeguard your self-respect and continually improve your relationships with others. Additionally, it's important to emphasize that we highly value your opinion. Please share your thoughts as we begin. Respect is not just a polite gesture, but rather the fundamental foundation of all positive and fruitful human interactions. When we consistently observe a lack of respect, characterized by actions that belittle or completely ignore an individual's dignity and honor, these harmful behaviors can manifest in various ways, such as frequent interruptions, providing harmful criticism, or deliberately ignoring the emotional needs of others. Each of these actions undermines trust and safety, which are vital for maintaining successful relationships. The constant presence of this lack of respect is a clear indication that the relationship may be at risk to such an extent that a person's mental well-being is in danger. In such circumstances, distancing oneself is not seen as desertion, but rather as a means of protecting one's well-being, preserving inner peace, and personal integrity. It is crucial to prevent a decline in self-esteem and the accumulation of anger. Choosing to deactivate and consider these exchanges allows us to assess our own principles and reaffirm our commitment to individual worth. Establishing and maintaining clear boundaries is essential for any long-term and attentive connection. These boundaries serve a dual purpose, protecting against emotional strain and fostering an atmosphere conducive to mutual respect. By confronting and acknowledging the constant absence of respect, we give ourselves the opportunity for renewal and personal growth. We gain greater respect for those who treat us with the respect we deserve and refuse to accept anything less. Now is the time to contemplate the significance of respect in our lives and the harmful consequences of its absence, both for individuals and society as a whole. Recognizing these signs and responding to them appropriately helps promote the growth of stronger and more satisfying partnerships. Relationships that constantly evoke feelings of unease, melancholy, or tension are highly detrimental not only to our desired state of tranquility, but also to our ability to act. In the healthy pursuit of Stoic teachings, achieving a state of inner peace is necessary for effectively cultivating virtue and leading a fulfilling life. However, engaging in relationships that constantly disrupt this emotional equilibrium directly undermines this goal. Vulnerability to emotionally destabilizing circumstances can lead to worsening mental well-being, causing emotional suffering as well as physical symptoms such as fatigue, sleep disturbances, or gastrointestinal issues. These symptoms are clear indicators that there is an aspect of our relationship dynamics that adversely affects our well-being and must be carefully examined. Recognizing the negative consequences of things is the first step in beginning the transformation of our mental well-being. It often involves making difficult decisions, such as setting boundaries or ending interactions with those who consistently cause emotional distress. Engaging in this activity is crucial for self-care and reaffirming our right to maintain a supportive atmosphere conducive to individual growth. By creating distance between ourselves and negative influences and restructuring our values, we not only protect our mental well-being, but also strengthen our ability to live a more fulfilling and morally upright life. This process may involve seeking help from acquaintances, relatives, or mental health professionals who can provide necessary guidance and support for restoring emotional balance and reinforcing our commitment to living in a kinder society. By renewing and uplifting those relationships that provide support and upliftment, we rejuvenate our pursuit of tranquility and moral excellence, which are the fundamental foundations of truly virtuous existence. Aligning values among people is a key factor in creating authentic and meaningful connections. When there's a constant clash between our cherished ethical standards and personal values, it presents moral dilemmas that can lead to deep internal conflicts. These conflicts are not just differences in views, they touch the fundamental nature of our personality and our beliefs regarding justice and morality. Constant collision with ideals that contradict our own can gradually erode our inner peace and undermine authenticity. This ethical mismatch is akin to navigating someone else's terrain without a compass, where every action challenges our integrity and fundamental beliefs. Experiencing such inconsistency can lead to a gradual decline in self-assurance and self-esteem. When we attempt to adapt or embrace conflicting ideas, we may begin to doubt our own identity and convictions, leading to tension, anxiety, and a sense of alienation from ourselves and others. Hence, it's crucial to identify and actively resolve any disparities in values, establishing clear boundaries about what is deemed acceptable in our relationships. This can help safeguard our individuality and moral principles. Sometimes it may entail reducing or discontinuing interactions with individuals who critically diverge from our values. Making these tough decisions is essential to preserve our authenticity and create an environment where we can coexist harmoniously with our principles and beliefs. By making such decisions, we not only safeguard our mental well-being, but also strengthen our commitment to living in genuine harmony with our values. These actions not only free us from stress/anxiety/strain, but also provide opportunities for deeper and more meaningful interactions based on authentic alignment of values. Ideal relationships should serve as sanctuaries of mutual support and rejuvenation, rather than constant sources of energy depletion. When our interactions with someone consistently drain our energy, it's a troubling sign that the relationship may be diverting us from our true nature and hindering our personal growth. This depletion can manifest in various ways, such as emotional exhaustion after interactions, diminished interest in activities that once brought us joy, or a persistent feeling of sadness or anxiety. These signs indicate that the relationship is consuming more energy than it provides, leading to negative consequences for our mental and physical well-being. Furthermore, relationships that regularly drain our energy can impede our progress in achieving personal and professional fulfillment. Instead of propelling us forward, these connections hinder our progress in attaining personal satisfaction and expressing our true talents. It's important to recognize when we're stuck in a constant cycle of depletion, considering the possibility of reassessment and perhaps music rearrangement. Our well-being is not only an act of self-care but also an important measure ensuring that we're surrounded by those who positively influence our lives, allowing us to thrive and strive for our highest potential. Rejecting manipulation is vital as it undermines the Stoic ideals of authenticity and honesty, which are key qualities for developing genuine and respectful behavior. Manipulation, whether emotional or behavioral, disrupts our judgments by using cunning strategies to exert influence or dominance over others, often concealing true intentions and deceiving those being manipulated. Relationships involving manipulation affect participants' sense of reality. The ability to make autonomous and informed decisions is compromised by manipulation, hindering our ability to assess events and draw reasonable conclusions. This can lead to a state of cognitive dissonance, where we constantly experience uncertainty and doubt in our views and choices. Furthermore, manipulation undermines human dignity and emotional well-being, not only eroding trust and respect between individuals but also having a long-term impact on the self-esteem and emotional well-being of those subjected to manipulation. Therefore, it's important to identify and address instances of manipulation in our interpersonal relationships, recognizing measures to protect our independence and moral principles. This may involve setting clear and definite boundaries and sometimes completely severing toxic relationships. Rejecting manipulation in our lives confirms our commitment to integrity and authenticity. Participating in this process enables us to maintain the ability to make informed decisions, preserve self-respect and respect for others, thus fostering healthy and genuinely respectful relationships. Trust is a cornerstone in all types of relationships, whether personal, professional, or social. Persistent lack of trust can seriously undermine the stability of the foundations of our most significant connections. When trust is absent or broken, people remain wary, unable to relax and express their genuine thoughts and emotions. Not only does this hinder the establishment of deep and meaningful relationships, but it also contributes to an atmosphere of uncertainty and unease. Distrust leads to every word or action of another person being interpreted with suspicion, and even the slightest misunderstanding can lead to serious conflicts. This creates an environment of mutual suspicion that can lead to a destructive cycle of anxiety and vulnerability, where none of the participants feels protected or valued. Moreover, the absence of trust undermines our ability to fully open up, limiting our readiness to be vulnerable and sincere with others. Trust is necessary for the development of deep and sincere connections, as it allows people to openly share their aspirations, concerns, and ambitions. Therefore, it is important to recognize and address the problem of distrust in order to restore the authenticity of our interactions. This may involve participating in open and transparent discussions about our doubts and concerns, which each participant may experience, as well as keeping promises. Sometimes it may be necessary to seek help from a mediator or therapist to facilitate this process. Overcoming these obstacles is an essential step towards restoring an atmosphere where all parties can feel safe and understood. It is also an investment in rebuilding trust, which not only helps mend broken relationships, but also strengthens our ability to communicate openly and meaningfully. Abuse in any form, physical, emotional, verbal, or psychological, is a serious violation of ideals that emphasize the importance of dignity and mutual respect among people. It undermines the ethical foundation of human relationships and weakens fundamental principles of respect and virtue. Ending abuse is not only a matter of self-care but also a critical duty to protect our mental health and moral character. Continuing to engage in relationships characterized by abuse is incompatible with the pursuit of virtue and balanced living. Separating from such relationships is a critical action that not only shields us from further suffering, but also enhances our self-worth and self-esteem. Navigating this process can be challenging, considering the potential for social isolation that may lead to violence or emotional dependence. Nevertheless, it is crucial to seek support from friends, family, or experts to navigate through this complex phase and decide to end such relationships. Choosing a path that leads to healing and reaffirms our self-respect provides an opportunity to rebuild our lives based on principles of self-worth and mutual respect, evaluating our standards of how we expect to be treated and interact with others. Taking a proactive approach to eliminate violence from our lives demonstrates a commitment to high ethical principles and a steadfast pursuit of well-being and respect, which every individual deserves. Relationships devoid of personal growth and mutual support can create a stagnant atmosphere that hinders our own development and our ability to make meaningful contributions to others' lives. Lack of progress and support not only hampers our personal growth, but also prevents us from reaching our full potential. Growth and support are considered essential elements of successful relationships, as they contribute to personal development and strengthen the bond. Without these components, relationships may become purely utilitarian, characterized by limited satisfaction of duties or maintaining external appearances rather than fostering genuine connection and mutual development. Regularly evaluating the dynamics of our relationships is important to ensure that we are in an environment that not only values and respects our contribution, but also promotes and celebrates our personal growth and well-being. This assessment may reveal the need to have a conversation about mutual expectations and goals and to change the way we engage to ensure mutual benefit and growth. If there is a chronic lack of mutual support and ongoing development, it is important to reassess the long-term sustainability of these partnerships. This process doesn't necessarily mean an immediate and abrupt end to relationships, but rather a shift or reassessment of how interactions occur, aiming to allow both parties to thrive and grow. Actively revitalizing or adjusting these connections can open up new opportunities for personal and societal development, turning stagnant encounters into sources of inspiration and progress. As a result, our ability to lead a more fulfilling life and positively impact others is enhanced by aligning our relationships with our values. Maintaining a balance between giving and receiving is paramount, as it demonstrates a commitment to reciprocity and mutual respect. When one party consistently exhibits selfish behavior, constantly prioritizing their demands over others, it clearly violates the fundamental principles that underscore moderation and fairness. Such scenarios contradict the philosophy that emphasizes the importance of justice and emotional equilibrium in all interactions. The persistent nature of this selfishness can gradually undermine the foundation of any interaction, leading to an asymmetric and unstable dynamic that not only undermines the foundation of mutual support necessary for relationship flourishing, but also negatively affects both individuals' ability to maintain composure and embody moral integrity. When one frequently experiences disregard or underestimation, addressing these tendencies is necessary for the long-term viability of any relationship. This may require open and honest discussions about the expectations and desires of both individuals to restore a sense of balance where both partners feel valued and treated with dignity. There are situations where it is important to establish stricter boundaries or reassess the dynamics of relationships to restore mutual respect and reciprocity. Overcoming these obstacles not only preserves the integrity of each individual, but also enhances the overall relationship, allowing it to evolve in a more just and harmonious manner, contributing to the creation of an environment where selflessness and mutual respect take precedence. By affirming our commitment to the Stoic principles of justice and moral excellence, essential for individual and collective growth, effective communication serves as the fundamental basis for all significant relationships, shaping how we interact with each other and fostering mutual understanding. When communication primarily consists of criticism or negativity, it can have serious consequences for emotional stability and the peace of mind. Those who prioritize harmony and balance in human relationships consider maintaining uplifting and constructive dialogue crucial to fostering development and well-being for all parties involved. Persistent negative outcomes from communication patterns indicate the need for significant changes. Such interactions not only undermine mutual trust and respect, but also lead to emotional stress, dissatisfaction, and increased distance between participants. In situations where language is used to belittle rather than build, the true essence of communication, which lies in establishing connections and enhancing the quality of others' lives, is lost. To restore a positive atmosphere in communication, it is essential to recognize harmful tendencies and address them promptly. This may involve setting clear rules for interaction and fostering respectful dialogue. Engaging the services of a mediator or consultant can be beneficial in some cases, as they can help steer conversations toward a more constructive and beneficial direction. Supporting positive and effective communication is a valuable investment in the emotional well-being of both parties involved. By adhering to these behavioral norms, we not only uphold Stoic ideals of promoting positive exchange, but also create an environment where every individual can feel heard, respected, and valued. Transforming harmful communication habits into beneficial ones is essential for maintaining enduring and meaningful partnerships, ensuring their foundation is built on mutual responsibility. Mutual accountability is crucial in any thriving relationship, as it allows both parties to evenly share responsibility for their actions and the overall dynamics of the partnership. The absence of accountability, especially when one party consistently avoids acknowledging their share of blame or disputes it, can create an atmosphere of unfairness. Such behavior not only contradicts Stoic ideals of fairness and impartiality, but also has the potential to significantly damage trust and emotional balance, which are the cornerstones of a partnership. When one spouse refuses to take responsibility, it often forces the other partner to bear the burden of this negligence, leading to imbalance. This inequality can evoke feelings of hostility and irritation, and if left unaddressed, can gradually undermine the mutual dependency and admiration that are crucial for sustaining any partnership. To address these challenges, both parties must fully commit to honest self-assessment and open dialogue regarding their behavior and its consequences. This involves acknowledging instances of failure, offering sincere apologies, and actively attempting to rectify wrong actions, as well as preventing their recurrence. Encouraging mutual responsibility in partnership not only aligns with Stoic principles but also enhances the structure of relationships, fostering an environment conducive to fairness and trust. By promoting this interactive process, relationships achieve greater equilibrium and justice, providing all participants with a solid foundation for continuous personal growth. Understanding the critical importance of respect in relationships and the profound impact of its absence on the viability of partnerships and your own well-being, we urge you to consider how you can apply these insights in your everyday life. Transformation begins with awareness and is strengthened through action. If this video has been helpful for you, be sure to share your ideas and stories in the comments below. Your contribution is valuable for enriching our discussion, and if you don't have any ideas to comment on, simply comment.